Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion Oval Division. It's been a while. How are you? Jason with me once again.
I'm okay, yeah, we got to knock the roast off. It's been a while.
It's far too long.
How are you?
Good. Between big moves and computers and work and...
Yeah. We might have it all sorted by now.
Hopefully. Today's starting grid, Talladega. On pole, we are going to have Brian Lloyd and Michael Call.
Oh, Jason Weaver and Juan Escamilla in row 2.
Row 3 sees Robert Nelson and Mark Brown.
Row 4, it's Kyman Jones and Carlos Navarro.
Jake Weaver, Chris White, 2XW, row 5.
There you go. Jason Curry and Nick Shell, row 6.
Row 7, Cameron King, Daryl Klotz.
There's a couple of new schemes in there this season.
Lots of new schemes, lots of new names too, and Daryl Klotz just barely made the grid for this. Qualifying was ending as he was signing in.
Man, he's going to have to start from the pits for that.
I think he made grid. I think he did end up making the grid.
He did?
Yep.
Oh, I thought he was going to have to start in the pits, but I know we're missing a couple. Time change, different country.
Yeah, that would be the Ledge, and Novak is visiting family for the season opener here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take me a little bit to match names.
With
paints and numbers.
Yeah.
Escamilla's car pops, though.
Yeah, right into the wall.
Right into the wall.
Yeah, I do not see Daryl. He is starting from the pits. I don't see him on the in line here. Yeah, this is going to be something else. If I screw up names and numbers when I know them.
Yep. I'm used to Nelson being in a blue 11. Now he's in a red one.
Yeah.
The only schemes that are the same are the 86, the 27, and the 18. And Mark Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on a lime green 99.
This is a long... The start-finish line is so far away from the other end of the pits. It's going to take a while for these guys to enter the shot, but here they come. Green flag flies, and we're racing again. Talladega.
Like a call on Juan Escamilla shot right out there. Ryan Lloyd did have a car length on the outside, guys, but must have got a big push from Juan. Michael Call.
Just watching these guys in practice too, and the whole field, they were all swapping positions, taking turns leading, taking turns pushing. It was kind of cool to see. There you go, the 13 of Lloyd is going to lead lap 1 of the new season.
He is. I just see Jake Weaver jump right up to the outside line.
2 He likes to be up there at these plate races, the middle, the high. Doesn't typically like to be on the inside line. Him and Novak both.
Oh, trouble.
It was Lloyd.
It was Lloyd. I don't. A little bit of damage on the nose.
He must have hit. Ooh, big pile up. I think King may have been involved there. The 18 was involved.
Cameron King and hang on. I'm gonna get it. Is it Carlos Navarro?
Curry.
Jason Curry. See 18 Chris White going around through the triangle.
Good news for Klotz.
Yeah, he gets a catch back up. Yeah, that is Jason Curry. I'm assuming they're teammates. They have similar cars, just different colors on different parts of the car. I'd like to welcome those two guys.
Pretty much half the field, truthfully. He shells around every now and then. Nelson pops in and out, but Call, Lloyd, Curry, Navarro, all of them.
Yeah.
Lloyd. Jones.
Right, Kynan Jones, yep.
Of our leaders coming down pit lane. It's Weaver and Jones.
These guys in the back, too, they all look like not much going on the nose.
No, there's Klotz, Skull, and Shell, too. Looks like Klotz missed it. Fortunate for him.
Let's come in and get some fuel and go back out. That's what it looks like.
They can't make it to the end from here, but just...
It might help later. You never know.
Yeah, especially if you end up in the front. The front car always uses up more fuel, so...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Going to put Escamilla out front for the time being. No, he may come in and top off later.
Yeah, we'll see if those 4 or 5 guys coming down to top off got people thinking.
Yeah, that's true. But the other thing, too, is if that was the first lap the pits were open, I guess. You come down late just before we double up and go green again. You come in and get that. That way you've got that extra 1 pace lap in the tank.
Let's see what happened. Looks like the 11 got it in the 86, which in turn got into the 13.
That's what it looked like there, yeah.
I would assume it's like the 13 was getting a little loose there from Weaver pushing him, so Weaver probably checked up and
probably
Nelson wasn't expecting it. I wasn't prepared for it.
Jason Curry with his, I don't know, you can't see where he's going. You can look out the side window to get there.
I was watching the spectators popping in and out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 18 checks up and 32 bumps him. That incident. Chris just doesn't know what the heck is going on there. Can't see. And just a chain reaction of that first incident. Oh!
New damage model. I didn't know the hood did that.
Yeah, they used to, and then they took it away, and now they're doing it again. As far as I know, you get a better shot of the sponsor on that.
Yeah. Probably not the way they want to be shown, but
No. And while we say this, all those guys do. We do have one fast repair, so they'll have brand new cars if they chose to use it. You just have to pray that nothing else happens for the rest of the race.
right. But I probably would have used it if I was in their shoes.
Yeah, you have nothing to gain by not using it, I guess. You just cross your fingers for the rest. These 4 guys stayed out.
Yeah, top 4. Chris White stayed out as well. I know Jones and Weaver pitted.
Yeah, Jones beat Weaver off the line, off pit road. Escamilla is going to lead us. Down for this.
It's going way early.
Going. Oh, yeah.
That bobbled the entire field.
Yeah, and that might be a penalty for Juan.
I'm sure it is.
Maybe Mark Brown. The outside line didn't look like it went. They're going to get a... It is a speeding penalty. Oh, the 86 must have got one as well. Mark Brown stays out, so he might not have gotten it.
Yeah.
Brian Lloyd
as well,
coming
possibly.
down.
See what happens with these guys. Pass through for Weaver. A hold for...
Oh, and he missed his box. He's
Escamilla,
outside
and
the
he
box.
missed it. Lloyd looked like he had to pass through as well.
I wonder...
7 giving a shove to Jones.
Why would Escamilla stop if the other 2 guys only needed to pass through? I guess we're going to have to look into that.
Pull up the... Wait to see if they post the penalties. That way I can pull them up and look. That outside line just drove around Nelson and Brown. That's looking like that's where they're going to stay.
And these guys are going, we're all scattered out front here. That is going to give Nick Shell and Cameron King an opportunity to catch up if they can stay single file. Those cars going 3-4 wide there are going to pop a big hole.
All right, so Escamilla ended up with 2 penalties, both drive-throughs for pace speed and jumping the start.
Aha.
86 of Jason Weaver received a pace speed drive-through penalty.
And Ryan Lloyd?
Ryan Lloyd is showing a cleared entering closed pit at lap 5.
Oh.
But that should be dropped to the end.
Yeah, that should have been the end of the line. There you have it right there. Those 2 guys. I see those guys up front. You got Nick Shell and Cam King caught right up and are now running 4th and 5th. And about to blow right by Michael Call. And they're going to tuck in and stay in line. I figured they would have just drove right around him.
Those 2 guys sitting there in 2nd and 3rd did start in the back. Well,
Yep.
Shell and King.
With all that, Escamilla is a lap down currently. Chris Way is by himself. Daryl Klotz and Jason Curry are together. Jason Weaver by himself. Ryan Lloyd by himself and 2 cars a lap down.
Say Weaver and Lloyd should be together because they both did a pass through.
Yeah, but there was quite a gap between them as they were coming down. I mean, they both did a pass through, you're right. That was under green, and there was still quite a bit of difference between them coming in.
On board with the 27 of Jake Weaver.
Nasty bump down there in the triangle on the inside lane.
Yes, if you hit it during qualifying, it actually costs you time.
Yep.
Put a little side draft there on Jones. Big run down the backstretch. Must be he's got help.
Yeah, I'm assuming Robert Nelson's right here behind him. I'm amazed that if that is just 2 cars, that they just drove by 4. Three cars.
It was 2. They started off passing Jones. 2 turned to 3.
That's true.
Drove right by him and put a small gap.
Wow.
Couple car lengths there.
Oh, Robert's got to keep it together there. Be careful pushing. That I really do believe this is a product of watching the car in front of you.
Yeah, and
That's side to side.
especially if you guys aren't, I don't know, East Coast, West Coast, you know, you're, might be, I'm trying to think of the correct words here, but your connection to the server might be
ping,
yeah.
Just a slight difference in
Positioning or movement of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, and that guy right there, he's East Coast, West Coast. He's in a totally different continent, that 18 car.
Yeah, and he's also got some rear end damage. Probably why he's off pace.
Yeah, and he needs, if he can get somebody behind him, it should take that. As long as the nose is clean. If he can get behind somebody and get somebody behind him tight enough, that shouldn't really affect him much. Klotz with a new car this year. Last season he had a Amsoil car.
It's like Nelson wants to drop to the lane, bottom lane, but nobody wanted to go with him. He's all over that lane.
Oh, got a little loose there, I'm thinking.
Sure did look like it. I've had that happen to me. You don't think that could happen at a track like this, but it does.
Yeah, more so Daytona.
Yeah, and Atlanta.
Well, Atlanta now. I mean, I would expect that at Atlanta, it's a lot smaller track, but
yeah,
Talladega, Daytona are very similar.
As far as plate tracks go, I like how Atlanta is, because car handling does come into play about 20-30 laps into the run, versus Daytona and Talladega. There's tires don't really matter.
Right.
Everybody's sticking in that middle line. Nelson got hung out to dry there.
You don't know if you got a little loose again and then it went to the inside.
Looking back at Jones. Border King looking forward.
Yeah, and this is a perfect gap right here.
The gap from King to Shell.
Yeah, actually, right there. That's a pretty good gap right there for everybody. If you're just gonna sit and cruise, there's no reason. You don't need to be right up on the bumper of the car in front. I mean, you have to be a little tight if you're trying to gain ground. But if you're in the lead pack and you're just cruising, that's a pretty good gap, I think.
Looks like our lead pack is going to start catching some lap traffic here. I think it's Weaver and Escamilla.
Weaver, Escamilla, and Ryan Lloyd. So that's going to put Lloyd and the 86 Jason Weaver a lap down here. Oop.
Somebody poofed.
Yeah, somebody just disconnected.
Hopefully they don't reappear inside somebody else.
Oh, jeez.
It's always funny when that happens, but not if you're that guy.
Right.
Well, it took a while for our leaders to catch this pack of three. Go around the outside, but Jones got.
Yeah. Big push going into the turn. Michael Call gaining ground there. He lost them a little bit when they caught the slower guys. the lap cars, but
There's clots up high. See where everybody falls in line. The lead pack here kind of got spread out.
yeah, I'm seeing Cameron King get stuck behind the 86. Robert Nelson just in front. He was towards the tail. Hopefully Darrell Klotz can grab a hold of this group and
Race these other guys for a lucky dog position at least.
yeah. He's there. He should be able to hang on.
For the most part, everybody's grouped back up.
Yeah, we are catching Chris White.
So, lap traffic mixed in with lead traffic.
Yeah.
Kind of like one of the Coke Series races at the beginning of the season. They had lap traffic mixed in with lead lap traffic coming to the end.
Man, we have to. 2 of those guys, 3 of those guys actually. Escamilla is 2 laps down, but nobody had damage. I mean, out of those Weaver, Lloyd, and Escamilla, they all penalties that got them out of sync.
Yeah, and if I am one of these, if I'm one of the lead lap guys, I'm thinking, all right, how can I use these lap cars to my advantage? And if I'm one of the lap cars, I'm going, I hope I don't ruin anybody's race.
Yeah, you don't want that. I mean, everybody's hurt. You're a lap down. Why are you racing leaders a lap down?
Yeah.
You know, in an instance like this, if somebody could get out in front of the leader here, and then a caution comes out, that person that did get in front of the leader gets a lap back, and then another car would get the lucky dog as well. So, and those 3 guys are all racing for position.
Right. And a plate race like this, it's kind of a different story. You know, if you're at Richmond or something like that, and you're racing the leaders hard as you're a couple laps down, then you might anger somebody. But if you're going to show somebody that, hey, I can help you if you need it here, it's kind of a different story.
A little different scenario.
Plus, most of these guys have been racing together for, well, some of them all 5 seasons, but, a couple seasons, so.
Yep. Well, the preliminary on Talladega, so we have 5 seasons actually finished, because we had the preliminary, and this is season 5. On board, Mark Brown. He's another one that's all over the league. He does the Indy Series. He does some road races, I believe. Wow, that was a puff of smoke.
I didn't see that. I thought
it looked like a puff of smoke. You thought you were?
I thought I had something in my eye, like an eye booger or something, but you saw it too, so.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking it was a car up front that lost connection where split second,
just quick enough to where it didn't disappear, but
Yeah, and then when it landed back on the track, we got some smoke.
I do like the bright colors on the Toyotas. At first I didn't quite like the new body, but I do like the bright colors now. Nelson has just been looking for help everywhere he goes.
Yep.
Jones has been attached to the 27 all race long.
And yes, I do like the brighter colors, and I know I had mentioned last season, season 3 maybe, it was a few seasons ago, I mentioned the cars look like a bunch of Skittles, but
Yeah.
yeah, this close, maybe they look like a bunch of Easter eggs this close to Easter. I mean, I was gone, but
Springtime
colors, all those pastel colors.
Brown can't decide who he wants to go with.
Yeah, that's tough.
I can't believe he's been strong.
Moved up there. I mean, Ryan Lloyd was helping him. The bottom line's starting to form now. These guys in the back got to get together. We're going to have 3 separate groups.
Here they come. Let's see, Klotz. Did he not hold the draft?
Yeah, he must have lost it. You're right. I don't see him in that group.
That's Navarro and Curry.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't even see Darrell anywhere. Chris White getting passed again. We've got to be getting close here to pit stops, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's about, it's around 37 laps.
Yeah, I was thinking 35, so I don't know exactly.
Probably 35 for the cars up front. Or less. You're taking a nudge from Jones.
Yes, these guys up front, some of these guys would be able to go because Weaver, Jones, they stopped. They stopped and got some gas in that first caution. Some of these other guys, Escamilla, Jason Weaver, maybe Mark Brown, I think, Ryan Lloyd, I think they may have stayed out. And I mean, even scary stuff there. They might peel off a little early.
We're going to start farming 2x2. We're getting close to pit stops, as you were saying. But imagine the guys that are going to start stopping, they're going to start looking to jump to the inside. So you definitely don't want to be on the outside as Mark Brown and Nelson Touch going through the old tri-oval there.
Yeah, if you know you need fuel, you're gonna have to get to the bottom, as you said. Cameron King pushing Robert Nelson. I think Robert wanted all race long, and this
yeah, and he finally got it. But see if this inside line can do anything.
Yeah, and again, we're
approaching.
Guys on the outside of Escamilla, he's going to need fuel before those guys in front of him, I'm sure. So he doesn't want anybody on the inside, and the inside line might screw up an outside lane if they can with the fuel. I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
They kind of fell apart, the inside line.
Yeah. I think some guys moved up and some guys didn't.
The field is smaller than our typical season opener. It had, wow. The field is smaller than our typical season openers have been, but for a plate race, it's been clean.
Yeah, it's been pretty clean. You're right.
There's been a lot of patience. Minus Jones, or Nelson, but...
No, he's still... You can't say that.
No, he's been pretty good. He's just been looking for somebody to work with him, and
yeah, he wants to get to the front. I don't blame him. If you're in front of everything, you don't have to worry about the wrecks usually. But as you said earlier, it's a mileage game.
And I noticed you were mentioning the guys that stopped earlier on that first caution that we had. They're up front, and everybody else who stayed out is just chilling in traffic. So it might end up balancing out. As far as the next pit cycle goes. Weaver dropping to the inside finally. Jones goes with him.
Does that mean he's going to stop?
I would assume so. And I'm just basing that off the fact that they've been in that middle lane this entire time.
Right. He's not going to stop this time. Oh, they're down the backstretch. Excuse me. It's hard calling a race when you can only see part of the track. There goes Robert Nelson.
There goes Nelson.
Everybody's spread out.
All by himself.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I don't know if these guys are communicating and he misheard,
Oh, he's taking tires too. That's going to cost him big time. Word to the wise, you guys, you do not need tires at these restrictor plate tracks.
He's still sitting there. He on feet. Yeah, he's got
You got a penalty?
speeding and unsafe entrance, 15 seconds apiece.
Oh, wow. He must have missed a commitment cone?
That doesn't compound, right? It'll just take this most severe of the two penalties, so it should just be 15 seconds.
I don't really know that.
Pretty sure it just takes the most severe of the two.
He's still in the pits.
Jason was in the pits.
She is, and Robert Nelson is back out on track. Okay, Weaver was one of those cars that stayed out. I'm assuming Ryan Lloyd, Juan Escamilla should be coming.
Here they come.
Yep.
Oh. First group anyways.
Some of my leaders. Ryan Jones gets to the line before Weaver. Was there a pass on track that I missed? Just better off the track and down the.
Could be. It may have been too better, and hopefully he didn't catch himself speeding.
Right. There is Curry and Navarro making their stops, getting off. Ryan Lloyd and
Jones
Mark Brown both taking tires.
Looked like fuel only for Jones and Weaver. Weaver took more than Jones did.
Oh, I would bet. I'm sure Kenny Jones saved a lot of fuel there. And we were burned a lot being out front most of that run.
That might be kind of spread out. I think they were looking to be a little closer together here, but Jones backed right up. I can't imagine Weaver got
that big of a run.
That big of a run.
And I don't think there's a problem getting in off the blend line. I mean, there's a lot of tracks you hit the gas and lose it. I don't think this is one of those.
It's King, Shell, and Call.
Yes.
Coming down pit road for their stop.
Yeah, and if I was Jones, I wouldn't have slowed up to let the other guys catch. They're going to catch you anyways.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially, I mean, 1.4, 1.5 seconds back, they still got a little bit of the draft. They'll catch you.
I know fuel only, but 99 and 8.5.
Yeah.
That was a lot faster than this group of four here.
Mm-hmm.
Jones is in the back.
Maybe he's looking at conserving. Like I said, that car up front is the slowest one on the track.
And this group of three, they just nailed that pit stop.
Yes, they did.
They are back out on track and up to speed and way ahead of this group. 6 seconds. 6 and a half.
This one, yeah, these guys are falling apart here. Something happened to Brown here. I don't know. He should be fine. I don't know why he fell off like that. Got out of shape. Yeah, these three guys are just going to stay single file and hope that the guys behind them keep going.
They are. They're pulling away. As I'm watching, you're right. They're not. They're kind of broken up still.
Mm-hmm.
Lloyd and Jones need to tighten up a little bit and get this train moving.
Yep. Just a little bit. I know he said earlier that was a good pace, but yeah, if you want to catch, you got to get a little tighter.
I think Jones understands that, but
yeah.
maybe a little too aggressive there.
Yeah, and Ryan Lloyd is probably just sitting there going, "What? Don't!" And with he's having flashbacks of the second lap.
Yeah. Yep. Thoughts? We can fall in with this group.
Cordero, we haven't seen him much at all today. And Robert Nelson is retired.
I wonder if he thought his time that he lost taking those penalties was not worth it.
Yeah, you don't ever know. That early in a race, you just don't know.
Or maybe something came up.
Could be.
Like Messer that one day when the washer broke in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Big stack up.
Yeah. It's a big checkup.
$13 to go, and that gap is getting bigger and bigger.
It was, you're right. Just a few laps ago, it was 7 seconds. I don't know what's going on here, really. These guys got to get it together. Well, I can't say that because these three are four. I know Juan is there, but they're still spread out a little bit. Probably more than I'd like to see.
True, but they can almost afford it. They might be.
Yeah, they're good.
I bet you Shell's starting to time things here.
He could be. You're right. He could be starting to time his run. I mean, this is a thing to do in practice, but if you didn't do it in practice, you might want to figure it out now. Now when you're down to 2 cars.
It looks like Weaver's trying to get every second that he can.
Yeah, I don't know. Darryl just seems to be way off today.
Oh. Jones through the grass.
Ooh.
I bet you he's happy that grass actually slows you down now.
Yeah.
You were going to stay green. He keeps it going.
We're gonna, yeah, he keeps it, yep.
Big pushes from Weaver to Weaver.
Yeah, too little too late there. You got 12 seconds possibly. And, well, too little too late possibly. You've got a 12-second gap with 9 laps to go.
Yeah, these guys could start. I don't think they're going to, but these guys could start racing and cause an issue.
Could. Very well. Now there's your top 3. That 4th place, or 4th, that orange car is back there. He's a few laps down Juan Escamilla.
Yeah, and even him, he probably got a big old grin on his face. I could just sit in here and let these guys do this, or maybe I'll stick my nose in here and push somebody to the win.
Oh, he could. I mean, I guess if he's got a favorite here. Or maybe look for something later down the road. You can help somebody now. Maybe someday you might get that returned.
Right, make a friend here. Keep that favor in your back pocket. We've seen, even at Indianapolis, we've seen people helping others. I like that race.
Indy,
yeah. There's every season so far, there's been a battle for championship positions at that race. It just makes it exciting for me. It may not be for the championship, but there's always a tight battle between drivers in that final race. Which, by the way, I know we stopped recording halfway through the season, but
you're right.
A lot going on.
Yes.
But we did have a champion. We did finish the season.
It should have. Yeah. Just everything got so busy towards the end of the last year that I know the videos didn't come out, but yeah, I forgot we didn't post it.
And it came down to Nick Alford, Jake Weaver, and John Novak. And Alford would have won the champ. All he had to do was show up to Indy, and he had the championship made, but he didn't make the race.
Ooh.
So that was Chris White going way wide.
Yeah.
So it came down to Weaver and Novak, and Weaver ended up taking it with a better race finish.
That was a 13-point gap between first and second. Season 4. Alfred was 22 points behind, with Mark Brown finishing in the 4th spot. Mark Brown, Alan Phillips rounding out top 5. Then you had Chris White, Jason Weaver, Steve Angie, The Ledge, Darrell Klotz in 10th, Cameron King in 11th, Jay Salmon, 2-time champion Nick Leo in 13th, Brian Messer, Tony Martin, Juan Escamilla, and Nick Schell. Top 17. And Robert Nelson finished 20th. Joe McKnight coming in 22nd. So yeah, it was interesting. That's all Alfred had to do was, he started the season late. He already had his 2 drop weeks, and if he had finished, he was only 22 seconds behind, or 22 laps, or oh my gosh, 22 points behind. And he probably could have got that, I'm sure. He had 6 wins. Both Weaver and Novak had 2 apiece. We're going to white flag.
You know, coming to the white, they're still awfully single file.
Yeah. They are. You don't want to make the move too early. And I just got to mention here, the 27 has gained almost 5 seconds.
On this group? The second group can't catch him?
Yeah. He is catching.
Well, too late.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe not. Call comes down to slow up the inside line. Escamilla's all over the back bumper of King.
Yeah, Call's got to protect the outside. Cameron King's going to fake to the right, go to the inside. Juan's going to go with him.
Oh! Looked like King, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I think that was King. Oh, there you go. You have, we talked about it earlier.
Wow, I'm making a friend in King?
Yeah, Cameron's going to have to repay that, I think. If he can, sometime down the road.
And it is King.
Congratulations, Cameron King. Season 5 opener winner. Those 3 guys, though, that pissed off that those 3 guys pulled off.
Yeah. That was pretty flawless, if you ask me.
Yep.
In that second group with Weaver and Jones and Lloyd, Brown just couldn't get back together. But Cameron King is your winner tonight. Michael Collins second, Nicholas Schell third, Jake Weaver fourth, Mark Brown fifth, Jason Curry sixth, Ryan Lloyd seventh, Jason Weaver eighth, Tynan Jones ninth, Juan Escamilla 10th, Carlos Navarro 11th, Chris White 12th, Daryl Klotz 13th, and our only DNF, Robert Nelson in 14th.
Yeah, that's too bad for Robert. He was just trying to go get something done early and had to retire for some reason.
Hopefully nothing too terrible happened in real life for him, and it was just the result of his black flags. But championship results going to be the same as the finishing results this round, because it's round one.
Right.
Next season. Yeah, talking about that already, huh?
Yeah.
Next race will be at Phoenix. You know who's always strong there, who wasn't here today, though? Novak.
Yeah, I know. John likes that track. If he doesn't like it, he does well there anyways.
Yeah, he's very strong there, so I'd keep my eye on him next week.
Mm-hmm.
On behalf of the Other Way, we say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you in the next one.
Goodbye.